शिवाजी महाराज के चरित्र निर्माण में जिजा माता का बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रोल था। जिजा माता का स्वप्न शिवाजी महाराज ने पूर्ण किया था। माँ के एक्सपेक्टेशंस कैसे हो, यह कल हमने सुना। 16 साल तक योग के संस्कार देने के बाद हम पेरेंट्स के संस्कार हमारे संतान के द्वारा आगे जाए, ऐसा सभी माताओं की इच्छा तो है। उसके साथ ही प्रत्येक जीव अलग होता है। वह कुछ अपनी सोच बनाकर आएगा। वह हमारी कार्बन कॉपी तो नहीं हो सकता, परंतु जो वह करे वह उसके स्वयं के लिए, परिवार के लिए, समाज के लिए, संपूर्ण विश्व के लिए उपयोगी हो, ऐसी हम सब माताओं की इच्छा होगी। हमारे साथ उपस्थित चारों माताओं को मैं पुनश्च धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगी। अच्छे चरित्र निर्माण का कार्य आप कर रहे हो और आपके इस यात्रा में आए हुए अनुभव, आपका अध्ययन हमें आप प्रदान कर रहे हो। आपके जीवन में इतनी सारी अचीवमेंट देखने के बाद मैं पूछना चाहूंगी, आपके संतान के जन्म के पूर्व कुछ विशेष प्रयत्न आपने किए थे, जिसे हम गर्भ संस्कार कहते हैं?
Hare Krishna. I have 3 children, and during all my pregnancies, I try to do certain things, and I would like to share them with you. If you are already doing them, very good. If you are not, maybe you can start doing them now at whatever stage of pregnancy you may be at. So during my first pregnancy, I was very fortunate that I got to go to the ISKCON temple, Radha Gopinath, Shishi Radha Gopinath Mandir. So every morning, early in the morning, I would get to see and hear the Mangal Aarti of the deities and hear the Srimad Bhagavatam class, chant the holy names in the temple, and also do some deity worship like dressing the deities once in a week in the temple. I remember a very kind devotee in the temple would give me Mahaprasad milk, that is milk that had been offered to the deities. And I would hear the Srimad Bhagavatam class every day in the temple. And while doing that, I would also make garlands for the deities. At home, I would hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita from Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit. I would hear Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Also, I would try to read every day. I would read from Srimad Bhagavatam and all these scriptures that I had mentioned. And I would go for a walk for a short time, do some deep breathing. I also learned a little bit of acupressure and Reiki. I learned Reiki and I learned some deep breathing and meditation that would help me during the delivery. I also read up about the different samskaras and we did whatever samskaras that were to be done during the pregnancy. My husband also would read out to me so that the baby could recognize his voice and maybe it would recognize him immediately after being born. So these are many of the things that I try to do. And throughout, I used to pray that I have a healthy child, make positive affirmations about and visualize the child that I wanted. I would pray that the child should be healthy. Main prayer was always that should be healthy, should be strong, intelligent, beautiful, and Krishna conscious. That was also one of the things I focused on. Also, I would try to be very in a positive frame of mind all the time. So that, because if I'm peaceful and positive, then that sends positive vibrations to my child also. And yeah, these are the main things that I did. A little bit of yoga too, under guidance. So I did all these things. After my second and third babies were born, of course, things changed. I could not go to the temple every day, but I would try to go as many times as possible. But the routine was the same. The activities that I used to do in the temple, I started doing them at home. The only difference is that my second and third babies heard a lot of stories because my eldest child would want stories all the time. I would tell her stories while bathing her, while taking her to school, while feeding her, when making her sleep. So they got to hear a lot of stories from the Krishna book too. So in this way, whatever I felt was best at that time, I did that. And I pray that all of you can do whatever is best for you, whatever you are able to do in your given situation. So I wish you a happy and safe pregnancy and safe delivery. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hello everyone, and I have been asked to share that throughout my journey of pregnancy, whether there was any special task or any special things that I did throughout my course of pregnancy. Well, being a gynecologist, I ought to know that how my diet had to be in pregnancy, and yes, I was watchful about my diet. No eating outside, eating healthy food, and balancing the vitamins, the minerals, the proteins, and all the kind of healthy diets that we need to have throughout the pregnancy. So diet was one thing, but one thing that I definitely did, because as a professional, many times sleep used to be compromised. So every day made it a point to do yoga nidra. So yoga nidra is something which would give me a good rest. Even if I had not slept enough, it definitely saw that my rest has been taken care of, and it definitely helped me to stabilize my moods and my food intakes and my food cravings and everything. So yes, so yoga nidra was something which really helped me. And yes, and I was really very happy to talk with my baby every day, twice a day at least. I made it a point to sit and talk to my baby that, look, you're coming and I'm happy that you're here, and we both are going to have a wonderful journey together. And it was very nice feeling to feel all those kicks. And every time there was something that when I didn't feel the kick, I would talk to my baby and make that, didn't you like this today, or aren't you so happy today, what is happening. So I started communicating with my baby right from then onwards, which I'm sure that most mothers might be doing. So yes, healthy diet, trying to balance sleep, eating well, and talking to my baby. Along with that, yes, as and when that it was possible for me, I did have some shloka recitation that I would do every day, because I've been brought up in a very religious family, and my parents and in-laws, they and of course my faith in that was also important, and definitely I put in some inputs from there. As far as reading some books or doing something extra, that was really not feasible with the kind of profession that I was into. But yes, I definitely made it a point to listen to music whenever I was free, or even at the background when I was working at home or managing the kitchen. So music was like a continuous part of my journey throughout my pregnancy, and all kinds of music, instrumental and vocal and classical. So I think today, where Soham is happy with music, maybe that is one of them. And yes, I have tried a variety of foods throughout the pregnancy, so I'm happy that he also loves the kind of food. So I don't know whether it is totally related to that, but yes, I mean, I did make an attempt there. So today being my last conversation with all of you, I wish you all the best in parenting. I want to remind you that no mother is perfect, no child is perfect. There is no perfect formula. Each child is different, each mother is different. So don't compare your children as far as academics is concerned, performance is concerned. Each one is living their own journey. But also, I would like to tell you that being a mother, or getting the privilege of becoming a mother, is really very unique. It's a wonderful experience, and it is a very privileged experience that that you have got being a mother. All the same, we are also carrying a big responsibility when we are becoming a mother, because we are giving birth not only to one child, we are giving birth to a generation, we are giving birth to a society. And that is why nurturing a child, giving birth and nurturing a child, is a big responsibility on all the women here today and on this planet earth today. We see that morals, ethics, and things are deteriorating so rapidly in this world, and there's a need that we need to do something about it. And I think mothers can change the world. So if we mothers come together, we can definitely come together and make a better world. And how are we going to do that? We are going to really instill good feminine qualities. Again, feminine not in gender, but feminine in terms of loving, sharing, sacrificing, being happy, and along with them be creative, and also putting the masculine ones of being courageous, being tolerant, being ambitious, and also putting in sacrifice. So putting in the good qualities in our children right from the time that the conception. In fact, I would put it to preconception, because you cannot translate something which is not with you. So you cannot give somebody which you don't have. So if you have those qualities instilled within yourself, only then you can give it to your children or to your baby. So that is why you have to start preconception, throughout the conception, and after conception. And believe me, you must enjoy every moment that you are with your child. It is one of the best experiences that a person can have, and I am privileged to have one. Thank you so much for being with me.
नमस्कार। मेरा आज का विषय है प्रेगनेंसी के दौरान मैंने कुछ स्पेशल किया था या नहीं। तो मेरी जब शादी हुई तब मैं उससे पहले मैं विद्या भारती में और विद्यार्थी परिषद में काम करती थी। तो मेरे विचार ऐसे थे कि जहाँ पे जाना है शादी करके, वहाँ पे जिस तरह का वातावरण होगा उसी तरह से मैं रह लूँगी। तो मैंने कुछ स्पेशल ऐसा कंडीशन भी नहीं रखी थी कि घर देखने जाना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं किया था। और शादी हुई तो शादी के बाद हमारी 2 महीने में प्रेगनेंसी हो गई। तो वहाँ का वातावरण ही ऐसा था घर में कि मुझे कुछ स्पेशल नहीं करना पड़ता था, क्योंकि घर में शांत वातावरण था और छोटा सा शहर था। तो वहाँ पे आसपास भी इतना अच्छा वातावरण था। तो सुबह से लेकर शाम तक का मेरा रूटीन ही ऐसा था। हाँ, मुझे नौसिया था तो मैं कुदरती रूप से ही सात्विक भोजन लेती थी और दूध ज़्यादा पीती थी, और जो नॉर्मल काम होते थे वो मैं सब कुछ करती थी, और रात को चलने के लिए जाती थी। ये सब कुछ जो नॉर्मल होता है वो मैं करती थी। फिर मैंने अच्छी अच्छी किताबें पहले से ही पढ़ी थी और वो मेरे विचार भी ऐसे थे, और कुदरती ही ऐसा हुआ था कि मेरे कभी विचार जो है वो नेगेटिव आए ही नहीं थे उस वक्त मुझे। तो इस तरह से मुझे लगता है कि हमारे विचारों का बहुत प्रभाव होता है बच्चे पे। तो मेरे पहले से ही मेरे जो विचार है वो पॉजिटिव थे। और फिर हाँ, मैंने एक बात की थी कि मुझे म्यूज़िक का बहुत शौक था। क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक की कैसेट भी सुनती थी, इस तरह से अच्छा म्यूज़िक सुनती थी और पूरा दिन शांति से रहती थी। तो मुझे कुछ स्पेशल नहीं किया था, लेकिन अभी मुझे लगता है कि उस समय का जो वातावरण था वो बहुत अच्छा था, और इसलिए मेरी बेटी पर भी उसका प्रभाव पड़ा। और हमारे घर में भी क्या है कि वो मंदिर का और वो सब कुछ था, तो धार्मिक वातावरण भी ऐसा था। तो वो संस्कार, वो श्लोक, सब कुछ वो है, वो भी उसकी असर भी मुझ पर पड़ी। तो इस तरह से कुछ स्पेशल नहीं करते हुए भी मुझे जो वातावरण मिला वो बहुत अच्छा था, इसलिए वो मेरी बेटी में भी आया, विचारों में भी आया, और वो भी इतनी ही धार्मिक है। तो इस तरह से कुछ नहीं करते हुए भी मुझे अच्छे से मेरी प्रेग्नन्सी का समय बीता था।
नमस्कार. मुलांनी नुकतंच त्याचं ग्रॅज्युएशन पूर्ण केलेलं आहे. आता तो MDची तयारी करत आहे. त्याचं एक स्वप्न आहे की कुठलंही शास्त्र हे परिपूर्ण नसतं, तर आयुर्वेद आणि ॲलोपॅथी असं दोन्ही शास्त्राचं होलिस्टिक अप्रोच घेऊन आपण एक छान रुग्णालय काढावं आणि जास्तीत जास्त लोकांना त्यांच्या रोगमुक्त सर्वे संतु निरामया असं त्याचं एक स्वप्न आहे आणि ते पूर्ण होईल असं वाटतं आहे. मुलगी ही तिच्या घरी उत्तम आई, उत्तम गृहिणी, उत्तम डेंटिस्ट अशा सगळ्या भूमिका ती छान प्रकारे पार पाडत आहे. हे सगळं उत्कर्ष मुलांचं पाहत असताना असं एक जाणवतं की त्यांच्यावर उत्तम संस्कार, उत्तम वातावरण किंवा ह्या सगळ्याचा तर परिणाम आहेच आहे, पण त्याही बरोबर गर्भसंस्काराचा एक खूप चांगला परिणाम आहे. खूप संस्कार त्यांच्यावर त्या काळामध्ये एक 30 वर्षापूर्वी एवढे केले गेले नाहीत, पण एक मी स्वतः वैद्य असल्यामुळं जेवढं जमेल, जेवढं हे होईल तेवढं आहार विहाराचं पथ्य मी पाळलं, तर त्याचा परिणाम मला माझ्या मुलांमध्ये हा खूप छान जाणवतो की त्यांची प्रतिकारशक्ती चांगली आहे, त्यांची ग्रहणशक्ती चांगली आहे. त्यामुळं तुमचं जर रोग छान असेल, निरोगी असेल, सुदृढ असेल, तर आपण त्याचं संगोपनही छान प्रकारे करू शकतो. तर मला आता ह्या नवीन होणाऱ्या माता किंवा ह्यांना असं सांगणं आहे की आत्ता तुम्हाला एवढ्या सगळ्या छान संधी आहेत. हम दो हमारे एक असं तुमची जी संकल्पना आहे, तर होणारं एक बाळ हे छानच सुदृढ व्हायला हवं आणि ह्या गर्भसंस्काराचा नक्कीच ह्यासाठी खूप चांगला परिणाम होतो. त्याचं उदाहरण म्हणजे माझी नात नुकतीच आता 2.5 महिन्याची झाली आहे, तर ती पूर्ण गर्भसंस्कार करूनच झालेली आहे. तर तिच्यामध्ये आम्हाला खूप छान फरक जाणवतात, की तिची प्रतिकारशक्ती छान आहे. तिचे माइलस्टोन किंवा तिची ग्रास्पिंग ही खूप छान आहे. तर सगळ्यांनी ह्याचा लाभ घ्यावा असं मला वाटतं. धन्यवाद.